Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen here with Sports Choice Plus, bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering, is this the end of Matthew Stafford in Los Angeles? Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. It feels like the sun is setting in Los Angeles when we're talking about Cooper Kupp possibly being gone and also Matthew Stafford possibly being gone. With the signal caller being 36 going into his 37th year as far as age, when you're thinking about Matthew Stafford and what he's meant and the amount of football he's played, people don't realize he's played over a decade in the NFL for football. When you think about the likes of him playing with Calvin Johnson in Detroit, when you think about the likes of him playing after Calvin Johnson, and you think of the likes of him winning a Super Bowl with the Rams, everything's so far in the distant that gamble that it took for the Rams to win kind of mortgaged their future. When you're looking at now, you have Matthew Stafford possibly making next year $49.6 million up against the cap for the Rams. You have to ask yourself, is he going to be the signal caller that they lean on next season? With an abundance of injuries on his track record, and you think about the Rams possibly trying to go younger to rebuild, especially at the quarterback position, and you have a young Puka, you have Cooper Kupp, you have a number of different question marks all over the team. Will they invest in this draft in a quarterback? Could the Los Angeles Rams be trying to move to get some draft capital to try to find their next signal caller? Coach Sean McVay is one that's a wizard with the playbook. So you have to wonder who's pulling the strings behind this. Is this ownership? Is this the GM? Is this the coach? But one thing is clear, Matthew Stafford still thinks he has a little bit of football left in him. And him going to a possible title contender team could possibly shift the balance of a conference. When you think of the likes of him possibly being available to go to the Raiders, him possibly available to go to the Cleveland Browns, or a team that's just one piece away from a big arm quarterback that can push them over the limit to go to that Super Bowl championship run. There's a lot that he's done positive in his career. Remember, he was the number one overall pick out of Georgia, and he still continuously is playing at a level where they were in the playoffs. Not a lot of people expected them to be in the playoffs. They won a game against the Minnesota Vikings, and they challenged the Philadelphia Eagles as best they could in the snow. So with all those things considered, think about what the Rams did. Yes, they're the middle of the pack as far as the playoffs, towards the bottom echelon of it, but they still were able to do that and get playoff victory. From that standpoint, the question remains, will a 36-year-old play his 17th NFL season? I have full confidence that Matthew Stafford will play next season. I think next season may be his last, but you can see him playing in several different markets, possibly New York with the Jets. There's a number of things that he can do that big arm can help a team push the ball down the field, push an offense, or either mentor a younger quarterback coming into the NFL that they draft while he's the free agent pickup or he's either a trade pickup. So if you're the Rams, be cautious, because if you give him up, you could give him up to a team that could possibly win a Super Bowl next season. So with that being said, if I'm the Rams, I look at him, a hard look at Matthew Stafford, because there's a lot of different people you have on your roster that still could benefit from him, including Puka. So with that being said, what do you think? NFL fans, do you feel like Matthew Stafford should be gone? Do you feel like the Rams should keep him? What do you think? Or should your team pick him up? Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. Get in the comment section below, and we'll see you on the very next episode.